if it wasn't apparent with my love of Sonic, and Jet Set Radio, and Persona 5, and all these other great games. A game's aesthetic is kind of important to me. Now when I say aesthetics, I don't mean how good the graphics are, or how many giga flopping penises you need to run the damn game. I mean the art style, the music, the fucking vibes. So today, I want to go over some aesthetics that I see popping up in games regularly that I think are really cool. It may seem weird to label a whole company as an aesthetic, but if you look at nearly all of Nintendo's first-party games, they have a few key visual attributes that stay consistent throughout all of them. Number 1, bright colors. Eye candy is a term many people like to throw around, but these games are literally candy to the eye. So bright and colorful and fun. The other key attribute is the ridiculous amount of detail they put into everything. Especially recently. You can literally count each hair on Mario's mustache. Watch, I'll do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only count to 6. Luigi's Mansion 3 also has some spectacular extra detail, especially with the animation. Of course, the Nintendo aesthetic isn't just for Nintendo. Plenty of other games not made by Nintendo have had a similar style. Famous example, Banjo-Kazooie has the same amount of visual charm and detail as any other Nintendo game from that time period. Talking about Pokemon Snap, obviously. Nintendo has experimented with other styles too, though. For instance, cell shading. Cell shading is kind of hard to explain verbally, but essentially, instead of being a smooth transition from a lighter tone to a dark one, there is no transition. You see cell shading in a lot of anime and cartoony games to emulate how those shows are actually shaded. One game that uses cell shading spectacularly is Dragon Ball FighterZ. There have been so many videos done comparing the visuals of the game to the anime, and while that's mostly due to the fantastic animation, the shading does some heavy lifting to make sure the visuals are as accurate as possible. A game like this would feel uncanny with the regular shading. You wanna know what it looked like with regular shading? That's what it looked like. Non-branded games have gone for the cel-shaded look as well. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is famous for breaking the hearts of fans who wanted a gritty, serious Zelda and were faced with this little twerp. Years later though, it seems the general consensus is the game looks great, which it does, especially the HD version. It looks stunning and proves how stylization... That was a weird way to pronounce that. Proves how stylization can really help a game stand the test of time. Speaking of time, let's head back to the early 2000s for a look at our next category. I'm just gonna be honest out the get-go, this is my favorite one. Punk, by definition, according to Oxford Dictionary, is a loud, fast-moving, and aggressive form of rock music popular in the late 1970s and early 1980s. It also means a worthless person. Punk as a term in video games, though, means a couple things. Thing number A, rebellion, Jet Set Radio, Splatoon, the opening cutscene of Sonic Adventure 2 where Sonic jumps out of a fucking helicopter. They all have this vibe of sticking it to the man and living freely. The other aspect of punk is having a fucking killer soundtrack. And yes, that is subjective, but you cannot tell me Lethal League's OST does not get your heart pounding. While the punk aesthetic peaked in the early 2000s, variations of it have appeared recently. Persona 5 is a great example because while it still has the themes of rebelling and fighting the man, it takes more of a slick and a cool approach, rather than the loud and in-your-face style of games prior. We're talking about cutesy horror in the next one. Cute But Scary is exactly how it sounds. A game that is cute, yet surprisingly terrifying. It may sound specific, but we've gotten quite a few games like this recently. Games like Limbo, Inside, Hollow Knight, even Undertale to a certain extent, though it's certainly heavy on the comedy. One of my favorite games to come out of this aesthetic, however, is Little Nightmares. This game kinda slipped under the radar when it came out, but I encourage everyone to go try it out, because it's fucking great. You play as Six, this little kid who's stuck in this place, And that's about as much context as I can give without spoiling anything for those of you who do want to go play it. 6 has a really cute design with their yellow raincoat, contrasted by the run-down, desolate environment of the game. Not only does this help with visual clarity so you can see where you are on screen easily, it enforces the idea that you don't belong here and you should probably get the fuck out. It also has this dollhouse-like camera where it's almost like you're just an observer of what's taking place. It creates a really cool sense of scale. And this style of merging scary stuff with cute stuff is really appealing to me personally, so I'd love to hear about more games in this style if you guys know any. Now I just want to talk about some games I think have really unique styles but couldn't pin down to any one category. Night in the Woods has a visual style of a Nick Jr. show with characters of a teen drama, except much better than a teen drama. Dragon Quest XI's world feels familiar yet fresh, and Square did an excellent job of translating Akira Toriyama's style to 3D. Cuphead embodies the identity of old-timey cartoons and retro games so well that nothing even comes close to it in terms of style. Marvel's Capcom 2 translated the bright and colorful looks of comic books into pixel art in a gorgeous and fun way that keeps the personality of the character intact. The Mario and Luigi series does a great job of making sure the characters look like themselves while being different enough to differentiate themselves from the main series. Obviously, visuals aren't everything in a game. In fact, gameplay is the most important thing in a game. But when you find yourself daydreaming about the blue oceans of Wind Waker or the bustling streets of Jet Set Radio, it's special. The game has breached the barrier between reality and fiction, and is now creating an experience that blends the two. Ultimately, that's what good visuals should do. They should immerse you into the world that you are exploring. Hello, it's Editor Citrus, back again at this screen, I guess. I don't know, this is my streaming angle, so this is just where the camera sits normally. Yeah, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you liked it. Put some effort into it. Wanted to make it good. I thought this would just kind of be a fun thing. Talk about game aesthetics, because it's kind of different than style, really, or like visuals entirely. Because while visuals play a part in it, I feel like there's music and a lot of other stuff that goes into it, and just an atmosphere. It's a lot of things in a game's aesthetic. So I thought it would be a fun video to make. So I hope it was fun watching it. But yeah, I just wanted to just quickly say thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you all later. Peace.